Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, May 10th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I take the time to nurture and connect to that which I value. And today we have the moon finishing up in Gemini, giving us this last little taste of the Gemini vibes before Sun, Venus, and Jupiter all adventure into Gemini. We have an interesting build. We are building to the Sun-Uranus conjunction. That's actually, I think, going to be Monday. Yeah, super early, like 2 a.m. Monday morning, but we're going to be feeling it this weekend. Watch for breakdowns and breakthroughs coming up for you over this weekend as the sun starts lighting up this Uranus energy. And I mean, Uranus has been touched by Jupiter. It's going to be touched by the sun. I don't know what Uranus is thinking, but it's been a lot for Uranus. So I'm 5 years old, you guys. I'm 5. Anyway, so Uranus wants to help us evolve. It wants to help us liberate. So make those connections where these challenging energies come up, where these triggers come up, because that's where the work is for you right now. And it's never about somebody else. Bring this back to yourself. That's part of the Aries energy that's going on. So let's talk about Friday. We have the moon moon in Gemini, Mercury in Aries connecting. Mercury is actually exiting its shadow period this weekend. So hooray, we're almost complete this, but here's this connection lighting up maybe some more ahas about ourselves. Again, pay attention to the triggers. And what I love about the moon in Gemini, or Gemini anything, is that it sees the patterns, it makes the connections. I'm hearing that song that I used to love it by Elastica, The Connection. Somehow you find the connection is made. There's always a connection. There's always some strings to pull. And sometimes we need to go down the rabbit holes, pull the strings to unravel the sweater, to unravel the understanding. So watch for that. Also watch for the things that come blurting out of your mouth. Notice these things that you're blurting. Are they coming from a trigger? Are they coming from a wound? Are they coming from a truth that you've held a really long time? Or is it something that you've heard that's been processing? Again, pay attention to the connections. The connections are trying to they're trying to take you on a journey. I was like, did I even pull cards? I did. I pulled cards and I didn't even look at them. So let's look at these. Okay, so interesting cards going on. Moon and Neptune will also be connecting. That will be a square. Moon, 29 Gemini. Neptune, 29 Pisces. There may be some deep understanding and deep confusion, right? In and through these energies. There may be some ahas brought forward and maybe even more questions coming with that. Again, I guess I love when I hear music. I'm so grateful for the Mimi Jukebox. When I was talking about unraveling something, I'm hearing that song. Can't think of who it's by at this moment, but if you want to do my sweater, pull the string as I walk away, watch it unravel. That's the thing. Watch for where things are unraveling for you. Pay attention. Pay your attention. I love that at the top of the cards I actually have the inner voice. Not just to what's happening that you're seeing, that you're noticing, but those little whispers that are coming from within. Now it's interesting. I do have some strong mind cards. I have the King of Swords in reverse, and I have the Burden card. So watch the stories your mind is telling. You may need to put some boundaries. I often think that the King of Swords is a card about boundaries. So there may be some boundaries you need to put on. The Burden card is always interesting. what I'm feeling about the burden card, it's interesting because he's like pointing his finger, might be like onward, but he's also the one that's got like this rooster on his head. Bring it back to yourself. You know, notice the mirror and bring it back to yourself. I also have the conditioning card, and this definitely connects to Neptune at 29 degrees. The conditioning card can represent the temptation of old patterns and to fall into and just continue into these old patterns. And that's part of this Sun Uranus liberations. I did not pull the clinging to the past card, but I have so much this week that's coming to mind. The moon is going to move into Cancer at 8:13 p.m. on Friday evening, bringing some emotion to all of this. So be aware of that and be prepared to tune in, listening to whatever emotional energies are arising. They always have a lesson for us. They always have something for us. And sometimes it's like, oh, this is the emotion I've been feeling for so long and the story that I keep telling, but I don't want to tell this story anymore. I want to liberate this story. So just keep watching for where you have the evolution revolution, where the breakdown comes, the breakthrough is after, and where you're being called to rise up and change. So I'm going to leave that here for today. Oh, I do want to mention Saturday. The moon and Mars are going to connect in a square Saturday afternoon. Watch that. Watch for storms. Watch for temper tantrums coming through. And what is it stemming from? What is that connection? Somehow you find the connection is made after you unravel the sweater. So that's it for today. You can book a reading with me. If you would like a personal reading, email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.